Hi, in this recording I'm going to give you an update on my energy efficiency in my 2014 Cadillac ELR, and I'm going to talk about some of the improvements made in the 2016 ELR. First, I will start with a photograph of my ELR. Here's a photograph I took of my Cadillac April 18th, 2016 while I was charging outside of the garage. Normally, I plug it in after I park it inside the garage. And on May 6, 2016, my lifetime MPG was at 89.9. So I have a lifetime of miles per gallon average of 89.9 as of May 6, 2016. And on that particular day, I averaged 122 miles per gallon for that drive of 55.6 miles. The circle that you're looking at represents the 55.6. The green portion of the circle represents 38.4 miles where I used electricity that came only from the power supply from when the car was being charged. The remaining mileage of 17.2, the blue portion of the circle, represents the amount of miles used driven while the generator was running. I manually turned on my generator. I do that on a regular basis instead of waiting for the computer to turn it on for me. Whenever I turn on my generator, I typically turn it on in extended range mode. But at any rate, 122 miles per gallon on this particular day, while driving 55.6 total miles on that day. And my lifetime is now 89.9 mpg. And here is a view that I've not shown before, I don't believe. It shows my ELR running only on battery power. Now, don't let the two notches that are glowing deceive you. I had many miles left. Even though there's only two notches glowing, I still had many miles left. But on this particular view, it looks like I only have maybe 1 or 2 miles. And that was not the case. This was taken on May 6, 2016. And on the 2016 ELR, here's some information that I got from Cadillac.com. I'll move this shot over so you can see the URL right there. It's at Cadillac.com. Talking about the ELR Coupe. And I will read what it says, but you can do the same as well. It says, finally, electric technology and performance go hand in hand with the 2016 ELR. Its advanced electric drive system offers an exciting 233 horsepower and 373 pound-feet of torque, which makes commanding the left lane simple. That's absolutely awesome. Now, I've also read on Cadillac.com that the 2016 ELR will go from 0 to 60 in, I think it was 6.3 seconds or 6.4 seconds. That's a very large increase or decrease compared to my 2014 ELR, which went from 0 to 60 in approximately 9 seconds. And you still receive 40 miles of straight electric drive from one charge. That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, okay. Capable of 40 miles of fully electric travel on a single charge. In an onboard generator powered by gas, your conscience can remain clear with ease. And the fact that's a good point. The fact that the ELR is an extended range electric vehicle, that is, you can turn on the generator to go into extended range mode. You don't have to stop to look for a charge point or a place to charge your car, because those places are very hard to find. And the ones that ran into when I've looked for them in the state of North Carolina are typically out of the way and not in good places to go. Uh, except for there's one supermarket, Publix supermarket actually has free charge places where you can park while you're shopping at Publix. So I not only can get good food at good prices, but I can also charge my ELR while I'm shopping. And I love Publix for that. But anyway, this is not meant to be a Publix commercial. Uh, I want to talk about the 2016 ELR Coupe compared to my 2014. Now I'll read this again. 233 horsepower and 373 pound-feet of torque, which is a large increase compared to my 2014. I cannot quote the exact numbers on my 14, but I know that this is a large increase compared to what I was doing, or compared to what I'm currently doing on my 14. But you still get 40 miles of fully electric travel on a single charge, and you can go from 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds instead of a little over 9 seconds, which my car does. And I absolutely, I'm thrilled that Cadillac has made that type of improvement. Now, while I appreciate that improvement, I would really love to see 100 miles on a single charge. That would be absolutely fantastic. Triple numbers on one single charge would be wonderful. And for me, as long as they hold the price point, that would make it worth my while to get another ELR, maybe several years from now. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good idea if Cadillac would introduce the same type of drivetrain or technology in their other platforms. That way, the power supplies or the batteries could be, they can engineer them to the point so that they're reusable between different vehicles, between two doors, between the coupes, between the SUVs, and thus lowering their cost of manufacturing those particular vehicles, because the parts, some of the parts could be reusable between the different platforms. Hi, my prostate cancer was removed from my body, was stopped in my body in the year 2007. Ever since then, I've been on a mission to publicize the cyberknife. The cyberknife is an absolutely glorious tool that saved me from a very ugly and painful and suffering surgery procedure. Now, what you're looking at is a video from a cyberknife treatment for prostate cancer at Colorado Cyberknife. My prostate cancer was treated by the cyberknife in Carolinas Medical Center in Concord, North Carolina in the year 2007. And I remained, as you see, this gentleman is fully dressed. I remained fully dressed during my treatments. My treatments took 45 minutes per day. I stopped at the hospital for 45 minutes per day on my way to work. That's right, I drove to and from work every single day. And there was no interruption in the interaction with my wife at all. I continued to perform all of my normal procedures. Whatever I felt like doing, I did whatever I felt like doing without any limitations. My doctors allowed me to perform pretty much whatever I wanted to do, whatever I felt like doing on any given day. Now, in spite of the fact that I live approximately 30 miles from a hospital that has a cyberknife facility, not one medical professional or doctor recommended the cyberknife to me. One doctor did recommend surgery. And yes, they were using, I think they call it robotic surgery or something like that, where they make very, very small incisions. But regardless of that, the side effects and the potential side effects from that type of surgery, I was told is very ugly, and the cyberknife totally saved me from those types of side effects. And now what you're seeing now is a cyberknife machine rotating around the patient, just as it did me, and again, he's fully dressed. Whatever clothing he wore into the hospital, He kept it on. All he had to do is just lay still. Now the robot is going to rotate and get in a certain machine, get into a certain position as programmed by the technician. There's a technician that operates the machine under the supervision, now operates the machine in conjunction with the doctor. There's a doctor and the cyberknife operator or technician that are in attendance during the treatments. So it's more or less a team approach. There's a team that gets together to treat prostate cancer via the cyberknife. Now you see the machine is below the patient's body, shooting from under. Remember, first it was shooting from above and from the side. Now it's shooting from the side and below the patient. You see it oscillate. It will move a couple of inches, maybe a foot or two, and it will stop and pause and shoot very accurately shoot high doses of radiation at the prostate. The reason it rotates is to minimize any side effects or eliminate side effects to the patient. I personally did not notice any side effects at all. My male functionality remained fully intact. Now the prostate, as I understand it, the prostate was not one of the first places in the human body to be treated with the cyberknife. It also does cancers or tumors inside of the brain and other parts of the body. I can't list the other parts of the body because I don't remember exactly what they were. I know it does treat cancers or highly complex tumors in other parts of the body and or brain. But the cyberknife is an absolutely glorious tool. I love it.